What?
I'm not looking.
Listen, yeah, don't cheat off of me.
I'm good. You can do it.
I am gonna do it.
Trust you.
We just need a little time lapse.
I want to know how many dumplings Linda can make by the time you make one.
Hey, Ryan Callaghan, Director of Conservation at MeatEater. I'm standing here with my friend Linda. This is her kitchen, Hummingbird's kitchen. Linda is a Bozeman local with an amazing story.
Hi everyone, I'm Linda Huang, and I'm a chef at the Hummingbird's kitchen.
You're also understating yourself. You're not a chef, right? You'd be like the chef de cuisine.
My family is still back in China, and my dad, my grandpa, great-grandpa are chefs. So I'm pretty much a fourth generation chef.
First story that we want to tackle is this big bloody bag here. Mule deer is one of my favorite proteins, specifically mule deer that doesn't get anywhere near human agriculture. Like the way that Mother Nature intended this beast to taste like is my favorite mule deer. All right, you ready for the reveal here?
Okay.
Okay.
You sure it's a deer?
I'm sure it's a deer.
Great job, Cal. You are hired in this kitchen.
Oh, I'd spend some time in here. You know that. Food had to have been a huge part of your upbringing, right?
Of course, of
Four generations?
My great grandfather also is the chef. The interesting thing is in China, how I grew up, it's really about regional eating. Shanghai is very interesting because it used to be kind of a port city. It's a mangrove city. People coming from everywhere. They bring their own different style of cooking also. So in China, there's you call like a pastry chef. They are a little different with the chefs making stir fry. So you call white chef and red chef.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because the red chef that has the meat and the blood and everything, right? So the white chef deals with like the flour.
Okay.
So this is gonna be the piece for stir fry. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it just speaks to you, right?
Yeah.
Big long grains. Yeah. You look at it and you know what to do with it. So you're just breaking down a bigger muscle to where when you make those end grain cuts, you're gonna end up with your appropriately sized finished product.
With stir fry meat, that is your size of stir fry.
So yeah, you're like under 1/8 of an inch thickness right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't really notice about like with Chinese food, it's all about texture. Vegetables in the stir fry should be crunchy, and you have tender meat and all these like one bite. You just have so much texture in there, you know.
But that's to me, somebody who really does enjoy cooking, is one of the harder things to master is the timing and having that proper consistency.
Exactly. Do you want to do this or should we do that? You're the red chef. You like all red, right?
I think I'm more the red chef because when you know the most off-putting thing that you said about the stir fry was that it was 70-30 vegetable to meat.
Yeah.
Well, in order for me to turn my freezer over, it's 70% meat, 30% vegetables.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay.
You are.
I see you next week at the dinner. Marinating. Shaoxing wine, or sometimes you call yellow rice wine. For where I grew up, the area Eastern China, we're using this a lot for marinating.
And typically really small amounts, right?
Very small amount. And that's all we also talk about, like when you're cooking, be mindful. So we had a little bit of rice wine, little bit of a soy sauce. Now we have a bit of salt. It's not we really need to be super flavorful. We're just adding some flavor. Later on, we do a stir fry, you know.
And this would just be like a canola cooking?
A vegetable. The reason why, because you give a coating of the meat. So once you hit the hot wok, it doesn't dry out. But salt, soy sauce, and Shaoxing wine is the basic. just as much small, thinner piece as possible, you know. All right, so we have vegetable ready. I want to like blanch, a quick blanching, you know blanching.
So why?
You see, this is so hard, right? To stir fry, like we said, a 5 minutes rule of stir fry, that's gonna be very hard. Absorb the flavor. So we were blanching it and just soften outside the surface, and then absorbs the flavor much better. Better color.
Oh, beautiful green
Right.
now.
Because we're gonna cook right away, so we don't need to put in the cold water or ice bath. Also, another way to keep this green, because I just added salt in the water, right?
Yep.
You can also add in few, drizzle a little bit oil in there, and to boil this, we also keep green.
Really?
Yeah, so.
That's a great tip.
Yeah. Things about the stir fry, the wok stir fry, lots of time people always like say heat up smoky hot. That's so wrong. It should be hot wok, cold oil. It's not hot enough yet, so you want to like a really like.
That heated up fast though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dancing. So cold oil into the hot wok.
And we're gonna put the reason why cold oil, see, you want ginger and the garlic not get burned, and then so that you see they're so fast.
Very fast, yep.
Need to wash a little bit. You see, I put the oil around here, right?
Yep.
So that way they won't stick.
Yeah, so you're searing, browning all the edges.
Exactly. So now I can turn high again. It's all about this listening, this sizzling, right? Okay, so now you see the meat is like half partially cooked, but not fully cooked. Then that's the time you put your veggies in.
Oh, it's beautiful already.
Right? I always like to have little water on hands, so that way you will not drying out. Here we go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, red chef style with hands.
Meat first, vegetable first. Very simple, but really good flavor. I mean, really, it's just salt, right?
Just salt. I always talk about like sometimes the magical secret ingredient, salt. But you have to put it in kind of like, it's not over salty. You need to able, so like this dish, we can taste the sweetness of the broccoli. We can taste the tenderness and the flavor of the deer, right?
Yep.
So you don't over salting. Almost like you just supporting the.
And can you
ingredient.
taste gaminess? And
No,
things
not
like
at
that,
all.
right?
I mean,
It's just-
it's seriously, it's better than the beef.
What I like about this is it's very, very simple.
Yeah.
Very basic. Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
If you have a prepackaged like round steak
Yeah,
or roast,
yeah,
just
Yeah.
thin slices across the grain.
totally.
I can't eat any more broccoli because
You already got a 70% meat here.
it's killer. This very flavorful, very awesome, crowd pleaser, but very simple. If somebody wanted to take this up a notch or just try something different,
Yeah.
what could they do?
How about spicy? Make
Right.
it spicy, right? And I actually have a favorite kind of like a pepper, trappy, but this also is exactly same as a Chinese kind of like a pickled pepper, sour pickled pepper. We're gonna do some with this and with cilantro. I wanna put some like the pepper juice
Yeah,
in
some
there.
vinegar.
Here's the flavor. By the end, I just drop this in and turn off. Beautiful.
Ooh, good sizzle. Uh-oh.
Yay.
You know, plating is not a skill I've picked up on.
Oh, you don't need. You use a finger normally.
Ooh, you can
This
tell
is-
it's very
this
tender.
is-
Just slight variation, totally different meal.
Yeah, but flavor, right?
Oh yeah.
The pepper, the sour, everything in there.
Yeah.
But it cooperates so well. Try a cilantro with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you get a little bit of that heat from the pepper and some vinegar. Oh, that's killer. Yeah, sky's the limit, right? Like anything you want to do. And the thing is like you're not dealing with
Yeah.
all the like the normal kind of store-bought stuff.
Exactly.
It's just like very basic
Exactly.
little building blocks.
And that's like, have to use this, have to use that. Just open your imagination, creation. That's nothing wrong, you know?
Use whatever sounds good, whatever's
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Hot wok, cold oil.
Cold oil. That's right.
Cook this less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. So,
We'll label these, we'll put these in the
Yeah.
freezer, and then we're gonna
we're
get to
gonna
our
do some
grinding.
dumplings.
Yes, don't call me dumpling. Linda, prepare to grind.
Okay.
Okay. Everything's been in the freezer, so it stays nice and cool.
Okay, so here I have the grinded carrots and the leek. You hardly to say, but zucchini. So we have all these. We're gonna put it in there. Can you put some salt in there? Just a little.
We're under a tablespoon.
Yeah. Soy
then-
sauce.
This is something that messes me up too. I get very shy about adding salt once
Yeah.
I've added soy sauce.
Yeah. It almost gives different layer of saltiness.
Okay.
And soy sauce has a flavor. I like to use white peppercorn. So Chinese cooking use lots of white peppercorn instead of black peppercorn.
Yeah, and white peppercorn, completely distinct flavor. It's not an equal trade.
No. Here comes a little tip, okay? Ginger and scallion water. That gives like the juiciness in there, especially when we have lamb meat, it's a little dry, right? So we want it little kind of a juicier without adding fat in there.
Yep.
And adding some water and squeeze them. And just let it sit a little bit. And then we're gonna yeah, we smash a couple times, and then I'm gonna add in some of ginger, water, and then mix
You know what's
it.
interesting is like the ginger water is slightly viscous.
It's not very loose, right? They're kind of
Right.
like all stick together.
It kind of wants to stick to your
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much like that. So here's a Sichuan peppercorn.
awesome.
Okay, and Sichuan peppercorn is a spice used in Sichuan food, and it's a taste numbing.
What do you mean
And-
taste numbing?
You want to taste it?
Yeah, I better.
But in ancient China, this is for like a painkiller for tooth pain.
Ooh, cool. The citrus flavor is,
Yeah, so it's
Crazy.
almost like a minty mint. So I just heat up the oil, very low heat, and put some of Sichuan peppercorn in there, just slowly, kind of like infuse or heating, like a very mild heat for maybe 8 minutes-ish. And then we're gonna add in some of our oil,
is one peppercorn.
stays for a long time.
Yeah, my tongue's not numb, but it could be.
Yeah. So the filling is done here. We can just put on the side, and that's making the dumpling wrapper. So okay, we're gonna make the dumpling dough and the wrapper. So here just a regular AP flour, all-purpose flour, and then we put a little bit of salt in there. So we're gonna add some water in. We call it a snowflake almost. All the flour has evenly gets water. We're gonna add a little bit more. And with a dumpling dough, you don't want the dough is too wet, too soft. So that way when you cook the dumpling, too soft.
Yeah.
You know, so
Doesn't
you want
form up.
yeah, you want it's a little bit drier than under the dough.
So tell me what you're looking for right now.
I'm looking for the dough is more kind of a drier, more clean, and the bowl is more clean. Especially when the bowl is clean, that is your dough. And now you look like maybe still some dry here, it's okay. We have here, so you let sit for kind of like half hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, the longer you sit.
Room temp or in the
Room
fridge?
temperature.
Okay.
No, not in the fridge. So the more you sit there, the gluten kind of relaxed, and
Okay.
then you can knead.
It'd be easier to spread that
exactly
dough out.
So
this one's been sitting for how long?
at least for 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
And it's gonna get chewier the more you work
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have some flour here.
I love the confidence there. Like,
Right.
you knew it was ready to break.
This is a special dumpling, like rolling pin.
It's not like any rolling pin I've ever seen, so
Right.
I'll believe you. It's just made for cuteness.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, max cuteness.
See?
So what are you
I'm
trying to
looking
achieve
for
here?
a round shape, but
Yep.
in the middle it's a little bit thicker, so the meat sits there, won't break. Okay, pinch in the middle
Okay.
and tuck, tuck, tuck.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And we have enough meat to do roughly 500.
Yeah.
So
Cal, here's your turn now. Let's see your dumpling skill.
watch and learn, Linda.
Okay. You can make your own version. It's totally fine.
What?
I'm not looking.
Listen,
I'm
yeah,
not
don't
looking.
cheat off of me.
I'm good. I'm good. You can do it.
I am gonna do
I
it.
trust you.
We just need a little time lapse.
Yeah. But
Please turn off all recording devices.
yeah.
Little curl.
Beautiful.
Indistinguishable.
Beautiful. One more. We're gonna start cooking the dumplings. Okay.
Yes. But first, let's look at how beautiful these
I know,
are.
so
Yeah.
diverse.
Yeah.
All kinds of shape.
This is, do you know what the Loch Ness Monster is?
We're gonna move here. We're gonna start cooking. We're gonna do pan fry. So we're gonna have some oil, not too, it doesn't need a lot. You can keep this cold. I actually like to keep the cold oil. So you kind of, you want to leave a little space, all of them, because they will expand once you cook. So you don't want them to be too close. Okay. All right, then I will turn on the high heat first. You don't like not much water, not even halfway. You know, thirds or what do you call it, like,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So and then that's it. Don't have to counting time, nothing. Once it's complete, the water cooked down, and then you have a crispy bottom. You see the dumplings started expanding, so that's why you don't want them too close.
Sure.
Otherwise they stick together, right? It's like you gotta watch the heat. So you don't want.
Because our water's
Yeah.
turn to gas. It's getting out of there.
Yeah. So, okay, that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So you drop in. So when you drop the beginning, don't touch it. Because the stew cooking, you want it's being kind of like sealed, cooked. If you move it now, it's gonna be break.
It can open up. Yeah.
So, and so now I think we can. You see?
Oh.
Like now the, right?
I would have been scared there.
So easy to recognize how this cooked is once they're cooking, they're cooked, they're floating on the top.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the ravioli. Okay, it's done. Yeah, you see, they're floating.
Amazing.
Right? They're floating on the top. You see here, this one, remember I was saying like that's quite important because when you roll a dumpling, I said keep the middle a little thicker. So this one, it's not very thick. But lots of time if you don't leave that thicken in the middle,
Yep.
and once you cook it breaks. To style the dumplings. So I'm gonna go the sauce, very simple, very traditional way we do it is just vinegar and the chili sauce. So these Chinese black vinegar, lots of time they're fermented from sticky rice.
Cool.
So they're like a little darker, a little kind of a smoky flavor.
So we got black vinegar here.
Yeah. And this chili sauce made in the Hummingbird's kitchen.
And so you made this.
I made this. So we can try some of this. Shall we go ahead?
I'm gonna go boiled first.
I'm gonna boil first too. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. It's not crumble. There's no kind of like dry, crumbly meat.
All of these, just like you were saying, like you can freeze these,
Yeah.
back
the raw
seal
one.
these,
Yeah.
the raw ones. They're super easy.
Yeah.
Don't thaw them out. Drop them in boiling water.
Totally. Yeah.
Super simple, super tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, very accessible food.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Great thing. Like add this to your repertoire. Try something new.
Yeah.
Super simple. Impress your friends, family.